grooving. So if you have 2-pound weights or 3-pound weights, make sure you have those near you. If you have a Pilates ball, if you have a band, just bring your props to class every single day, just in case, because I like to throw random stuff out. And again, if you ever have any questions or what kind of props to buy, you can always find me on Instagram, Katie Kane Stanzak. You can DM me, you can head to my website and send me an email, whatever. I am here for you. So let's get moving. I want you to come all the way down onto your mat. You're gonna find a tabletop position. In your tabletop position, your shoulders should be right over your wrists. Your hips are right over your knees here. I want you to go ahead and drop the belly, lift the gaze. This is your cow pose, right? So see if you can slide your shoulder blades onto your back just a little more and lengthen your heart between your shoulders. And then begin to press into the palm of your hand and begin to round into your cat pose. Holding this cat pose right here. Separate those shoulder blades. Keep drawing your belly button back, up and in. Again, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow pose. And round, hollow it out, cat pose. One more just like that. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. And round, hollow it out. So you're waking up the spine here, starting to get the body moving. Come back to that tabletop. Just start to shift backwards and forwards, making the movement a little bigger, opening up. Beautiful. Draw yourself right back to that tabletop. Begin to lift your left arm. Really reach and lengthen, rotating the ribs here. Good, so don't worry if it's a little tight right now, right? You just got on your mat. Give yourself time. Lengthen those fingertips, spiral the rib cage. And then you're going to take your left hand, thread it behind your right, bring your left ear and your left shoulder to the mat, square your hips. You'll feel that nice stretch up around the shoulder blades. And then press into that right hand, lift the left arm all the way up and overhead again. Beautiful. Come right back, tabletop position, begin to rock the body again. Perfection, right side, lift that right arm all the way up, really rotate and twist. So your gaze can be up at your hand, but if that's hurting your neck, I just want you to drop your gaze to the floor, but still rotate, right, those ribs towards the ceiling. And then thread that right arm behind the left, your right ear, your right shoulder, come to the mat, beautiful. Now watch as I draw my hips to the right a little. That's squaring your hips right there. Yeah, you'll feel it light up the top of the shoulder there. Get a nice stretch. And then begin to press into your left hand even deeper to draw yourself right back up to that tabletop position here. Take that left foot, pop it behind you, press into your left toes, square your hips, and really press and lengthen. Open up the back of that leg. Keep those elbows soft. Keep your heart lifted. Just getting a nice stretch. I promise you we will fire this up soon enough. And then lift that left leg up, point the toe. Inhale, bring your knee to your nose, find your cat pose. Exhale, flex your foot, press it back. Again, knee to nose, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flex and press. One more time. Knee to nose. Flex and press all the way back behind you. Bring your left knee in. Take your right leg, pop it behind you. Start to press into that back of that leg, really opening up. Make sure your hips stay square. Make sure you have a soft bend in your elbows right there. Beautiful. Go ahead and lift that right leg. Square the hip. Inhale, knee to nose. Really round. Pull your knee towards your nose, belly button back. Flex your foot, press. Again, knee to nose, lift. Flex and press. One more time, knee to nose. Flex and press. Go ahead and drop that knee, tuck your toes. Begin to lift your knees, working your way into your downward facing dog. So take a second here.
I want you to look back at your feet. They should be hips width distant and parallel. Your heels are reaching towards the floor. However, they never have to touch, okay? That's a directional cue, just so you're not pulling up the backs of your legs. You're spreading your fingers super wide, melting the base of each finger down. Inhale and exhale. So there are always two places to recover in my classes. One is downward facing dog. The second is child's pose. So coming into child's pose, your knees nice and wide, big toes touch. Press yourself all the way back and release all the way down. Okay, so I'm lifting up just to remind you, you have two places to recover in this class at any time. If you need a more active recovery, you're coming to your downward facing dog. If you need a little more time, you're coming to a child's pose, but no matter what, those are always available for you, okay? That's the deal. Everyone's making their way back to their downward facing dog. Sweep your left foot up, similar to where we were in that tabletop. You're going to inhale your knee to your nose, shift your shoulders over your wrists. You're in a three-legged plank. Pull your knee towards your nose, squeeze your belly button back. Exhale, three-legged dog. Again, inhale, roll it forward, lift and squeeze. Exhale, send it back. One more time, bring it forward. Lift that knee up, squeeze the belly button back up and in. Exhale, send that leg back. Perfect, little lift of the leg right here. Point the left toe. Press the palms down. Little lift, up, up. Inhaling and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Hold it here. Find your downward facing dog. Here's your option. Stay in your downward facing dog or bring yourself to child's pose for your recovery. Wherever you're at, breathe into the base of the belly. Inhaling and exhaling. Everyone meets back in that downward facing dog. Lengthen your right leg up. Inhale, knee to nose, round. Exhale, send it back. Big giant breath. Do not rush this, you guys. Take as much time as you need. Exhale, send it back. One more time. Lift, squeeze the knee towards the nose, belly buttons back up and in. Exhale, send it back. Point the toe, begin to lift the right leg up. Itty bitty baby lifts. Keep lengthening the back of that left leg for 4, for 3, just 2. And bring your leg down. Beautiful. Bring yourself to a child's pose position. Begin to walk your fingers to the right and to the left. When you're ready, you're going to meet me standing on your knees. If you have a Pilates ball, you're popping it between your upper inner thighs, okay? This ball never comes between the knees. You're going to grab your weights in either hand. I want you to take your arms and lengthen them long. Perfect. Palms are facing forward. Shoulders are soft. Notice I still have a slight bend in my elbow. I want you to lift all the way up. Lengthen all the way down. Lift all the way up. Lengthen all the way down. A little quicker. It's lift and lengthen and lift. Yes, and lengthen. There it is. Beautiful. Shoulders are soft. Shoulder blades are drawing together behind your back. Every time you lift those arms, can you squeeze your belly button in, right? Lift, squeeze. Now, if you have that ball, I want you to hug it with your upper inner thighs, okay? Yeah, you're activating the legs here just a little bit. If you don't have the ball, don't worry about it, right? Get into those arms. Lengthen all the way up. Big lift. Just 4. Just 3. 2 more. Perfect. Hold the arms up. Reach the arms out to shoulder height. Soften the shoulder blades together behind your back. You stay right here. I'm turning on profile so you can see what it looks like, right? So shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. My arms are at shoulder height right here. Start to squeeze the ball. I want you to hinge back once. So we're finding our core here. Hinge back twice.
Hinge back 3 times. Get to your deepest. But if you feel your back at all, you're too deep, and I want you to lift up a little. Once you find that low point, start to squeeze the ball. Squeeze in. And you want to fight to keep those arms at shoulder height. If you don't have the ball, I want you to contract your core, right? Pull the core back up and in. Gotta keep your head forward, right? I don't want you to fall backwards. Little squeeze of the ball. So you're hinged back. You have found your core. You have turned it on. Arms are working a hold right out in front for 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. Lift up once. Lift up twice. Perfection. You are going to fold over to a tabletop position. If you have the ball, great. If you don't worry about it. You're taking one or both weights in your right hand. Lift that right arm up. Palm facing the floor. Sweep your right arm out to a T. Sweep it back to center. Sweep it out to a T. Sweep it back to center. All right, so you want to keep that arm at shoulder height the entire time, yes? You're hinged over in your tabletop. I'm just giving you an idea of what that shoulder height looks like. Sweeping it out and back. I would rather have you ditch the weight and keep your arm at shoulder height than risk lower than shoulder height here. Belly button's back up and in. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one right here. And lengthen. Bring your right arm down. Grab your weights in either hand. Come to stand on your knees. I want you to take those arms out in front of you. Bend the elbows. Press your middle fingers together. I'm going to hinge forward. This is how much space you should have from your fingers to your chest. Arms are at shoulder height. Right arm over, under, over, under. That's it. Okay, if you'll notice, right, I'm just skimming the surface of my left hand. If you've got that ball, you're hugging it nice and tight. Hearts lifted for 4. Breathe. Just 2. And hold. Press the middle fingers together. Light up your biceps. Yes, you can. Breathe into it. Left side. Over, under. Over, under. Small. You can always work without weights, you guys. You know that. Tap into those muscles. Tap into those biceps. For 4. For 3. Just 2. Connect the middle fingers. Finish it, right? Light it up for 4. 3, 2, beautiful. Bring those arms down. Reach those arms out at shoulder height. One more round of this bad boy. Hinge back once. Hinge back twice. 3 times. Arms stay forward. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze in. And there it is. You take breaks when you need to. You have child's pose. You have down dog. You get a sip of water, towel off, whatever. Then you come right back here and get involved. Squeeze it for 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Lift up once. Lift up twice. And hinge over. One or both weights in your left hand. Left arm reaches out to shoulder height. Sweep it out to the side. Sweep it back. Sweep it out. Yes. Sweep it back. You thought I was going to forget side 2, right? Sweeping it out. I would not forget you. Don't worry. We're going to keep it balanced. We're going to keep it equal. Nice and easy. Nice and slow. And sweep. 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Beautiful. Take those weights. Pop them to the side. Grab your ball. Come to a standing position here. Grab water. Grab a towel. You're going to need a place, right? A wall, back of a couch, a countertop, whatever you have. You have something like that. And if you want to challenge your body's own resistance, I say go for it. Take that ball. You're going to pop it, like I said, between the upper inner thighs, right? If you don't have a ball, looks like this. Zip your legs together. One power leg. Perfect. Bend your knees. Soles of the feet are pressing on the mat right now or on the floor, wherever you're at. Take your hands right around your belly button. Start to pull your belly button in in, yes, squeeze, right? So it's that core contraction that you're looking for here. That'll pull it all together. I'm gonna turn on profile, you are fine. If you are coming to a wall, your hand should be about shoulder height. You're still contracting that core. Your elbow is bent towards the floor, right? Looks like this. Now hold the belly button in, firm into the ball, bend your knees deeper. Good, I want you to lift your heels. So start to find a releve that works for you, right? Play with this right here. You're already working. Your knees are bent. You're squeezing the ball. You're squeezing the core. Lift your heels a little higher maybe. Maybe a little higher. Okay, right here, start to pulse down. It's an itty bitty baby pulse. I want you to notice my spine is straight. Shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips, right? You should be able to float your hand away from the wall right here, okay? Just depends on the balance of that day. But the point is, you are not leaning forward. You are not leaning backwards. You are stacked straight up and down, pulsing. Perfect. Now can you exhale? Yeah. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Little pulse for 4, 3, 2, good. Hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze the ball in. Pop that ball. If you don't have a ball, think about the inner thighs here. Can you contract them, right? Light them up. And if that's not working for you right now, then just go back to that pulse. So many options, you guys. Always options. Squeeze the ball for 4. Yes, for 3. 2 more. Now hold the squeeze. Here's where we get deeper. Bend your knees. Fix your heel height. Start to pulse. Right? Your hands can come to a prayer. Your hands can be on your hips. Your fingers can be balancing on a wall. It's all work, you guys. Get deep. Make the pulse small. And if you notice, I am never straightening my legs. I'm just bending deeper. You need a break, you take one. You should feel this. If you don't feel this, I want you to bend those knees deeper and come up less. That's how it works. For 4, 3, 2, good. Hold it. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze. Squeeze your belly button back up and in. Everything up top, you guys, is loose, right? Soft. Shoulders are away from your ears. Your heart is lifted. If someone were to open the door that you live with, of course, right? Not like a stranger. They would think you were doing absolutely nothing. That is exactly what I want. Hold the squeeze. Get deeper. Now start to pulse down. Those legs should really be on fire right now. Promise. Beautiful. Fix your heel height. Where is it? Is it where you started? You set that up for yourself. Own it. Little pulse. For 4. Just 3. Last 2. Hold at your deepest. Hold, hold, hold. Belly button's in. Shoulders soft. For 4, 3, 2. Oh my God, amazing. Shake it out. Take that ball. Pop it to the side. We're staying right here on this wall or on the back of the couch. I want you to click your heels together, finding a narrow V. So a narrow V right here is toes at 11 and 1. Heels have to touch to start. Bend your knees. Spine is straight. You're going to brush your left leg forward in front of you. Now begin to walk your right hand out in front of you as you sweep your left leg behind you. Beautiful. All right, notice. Right knee is bent. Right toes are open. My left leg is lifted. I'm going to take my left hand rested on my back. Pull my belly button back up and in. Little lifts right here of the leg. It's up, up. Yes. So keep your chin off your chest. Right? You need space to breathe. Keep squeezing into that right foot. That is your anchor. You lifted that leg as high as you can. You're engaging your core and adding a teeny tiny lift right into that glute. Stay soft. Breaks are always available. You know that. Itty bitty lifts right here. That glute should be on fire. 8 little lifts. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulders soft. Just 4, 3. Hold the left leg. Hold it, hold it. Yes, bend your right knee deeper. Bend it deeper. For 3, for 2. Sweep yourself up. Shake it off. Turn it around. Side 2. Click those heels together to start. Bend your knees, brush your right leg in front of you, lift it up. Now walk your left fingertips forward as you brush that leg behind you. Okay, so your setup is super important. Right hand on the back, belly button back up and in, shoulders soft. Take your gaze down, little lift right here. It's up. So if your leg is moving wildly, yeah, you're not engaging your core. Squeeze your belly button back up and in. Everything about this is small. Little lift. And if the music is not translating to you, check out my playlists on Spotify. Project Physique, all one word. You can just pop that on in the background. Little lift. 4, 3, 2. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Bend your left knee. Get deeper. Inhaling and exhaling for 4, for 3, for 2. Beautiful. Lift yourself up. Come to the back of your mat. Sweep your arms up. Chin to your chest. Roll yourself down. Walk yourself out to a high plank position here. Hold that high plank. Reset the breath. Drive your toes down, drive your belly button back up and in. You absolutely can. Start to bring your right knee to your nose and send it back. Left side, in. Send it back a little quicker so it's right and left, right and left. Inhaling and exhaling, squeeze. Stay in that plank, don't let that tailbone float up. 4, 3, 2. Beautiful, hold that high plank position. Take your right foot, bring it to your right thumb, finding a low lunge here. Make sure that right knee is stacked. Fire into those left toes. Inhale. As you exhale, shift your hips back. Release your forehead and just hang. Roll yourself forward. Low lunge right here. Plant your palms. Send your right leg back. Right back into that knee to nose. It's right and left. An easy breezy mountain climber here. Every time a knee comes forward, the belly button comes back. Two more. Last one. Bring that left leg forward. Low lunge. Left knee is stacked right over your left ankle. Beautiful. Shift your hips back and fold. Roll yourself forward to that low lunge. Step yourself back. High plank, draw your knees down to the mat. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow pose. And round, cat pose. Again, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And round. Beautiful. Right back to that neutral tabletop. Press yourselves back. Swing your legs around in front of you. All right, here's what you got. Long legs, flexed feet. I want you to press and lift up so you're super duper tall. Backs of my legs are on the mat. Feet are flexed. Hands reach out in front of me. I'm going to lift up and hinge back just a little bit. So we're getting into the core. You're not there yet, right? You're just testing. I want you to stay tall. I want your feet to stay flexed, and then I want you to hinge back a little more and start to lift your hip points up, right? You'll feel your belly button come back up and in. Arms are long. From this point, it's a little lower and lift. Little lower and lift, just warming the core here. My heart is lifted, my arms are long, lower and lift. Good, so you should be able to do this for like 5 minutes, but it's work, right? But it's not like the deepest of the deep. Warming up. It's called endurance, right? It's finding your muscles, using them for 30, just 2. Hold here. Bring your hands to the mat. Bring your feet to the mat. Slide your booty towards your heels. Roll yourself all the way down. Your feet are hips width distant and parallel. I want you to melt your back body into the mat, right? So there's no space. It's called an imprinted spine. No space between the back body and the mat. From here, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Arms reach in front of you. This entire part that I am pointing to, right underneath my shoulder blades and all the way to my tailbone, melt it down. You're going to pump. Press, press, press. Heart is open. Arms are long. Little pumps. Inhaling and exhaling for 8. Just 4. 2. Hold it. Roll yourself all the way down. One more round of this, okay? Let's do this. Imprint. Head, neck, and shoulders lift. Arms reach, palms down. Little press down. See if you can close your eyes. Just breathe and press down. Feet are pressing. You can do this. I know you can. You've done everything else. Don't quit now. 8 right here. 3, 2, and roll it. Let those knees windshield like side to side. You should feel incredible and super proud of yourself. I want you to pull your right knee into your chest, gently lengthen that right leg towards the ceiling. Elbows are soft. You grab onto the back of the leg anywhere but the knee, okay? Anywhere. And if you have a towel, you can always take it around the sole of your foot and use that to stretch. I'm so glad you guys joined me today. I'm hoping you got a nice little sweat going. Switching sides, that left leg lengthens. Always feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you're looking for, what you want more of, what you want less of. Beautiful. Hug both knees into your chest. Roll yourself up. You're going to come right up to a standing position. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Again, sweep, lift the heart. Exhale, let it go. One more time, lift and lengthen. Grab that left wrist, hinge over, side body stretch. Right back through center. Grabbing the opposite wrist, lift and lengthen. Gorgeousness. Hands come through center, interlace them behind your back. Drive those interlaced knuckles down. Really lift your heart. Lift those interlaced fingers away. I'm just going to turn so you can see what it looks like, right? Nice stretch here. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring those interlaced fingers back to the low back first. Release the interlace. One more time. Sweep those arms up.